Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to Flicks Talk. It's Nia, 2023. So, not that I jumped the gun last month I think it was last month, or at the end of November, about the deaths of 2022, but I am going to finish the deaths of the notable celebrity type deaths of 2022, because pretty much at the end of November and in December, we lost some good people. So I kind of did jump the gun, but at least this way, I don't have to do a full year all at once. Even though 2023 did not, or has not, started off on a great note. Some big namers have already passed on, and it is what? 16 days into the month. January 16th. Okay, so anyway, the most recent death I talked about that happened last in part 1, since this is part 2, was Irene Cara. She was the most recent one. I think it was like the day of that I learned of her death that I made the video. So since then, we have lost like a dozen people, but I didn't list all of them because some of them are sports figures. And I am listing one sports figure, but you'll understand why this one, even though there's more. But anyway, so on November 30th, a member from a music group who was pretty much mainly known, or their big hits were back in the 70s. Well, let's just say that we lost her. Christine McVie from Fleetwood Mac. She joined the group in 1970. So she was the keyboardist and vocalist and songwriter. And actually, most of the songs that I like by Fleetwood Mac are actually with her being the lead vocalist. I love Stevie Nicks as well, but a lot of the songs that I really like, Christine is singing. So, I mean, I like I like a lot of their songs, but some of the ones I kind of like favor, Christine is singing. So, yeah, we lost her. She was 79. That really does stink. So, Stevie Nicks claims that she was her best friend, so she's a little bit lost with her best friend gone. So anyway, that was November 30th. Christine McVie, at age 79, from Fleetwood Mac. Anyway, it's from Sesame Street, one of the original founders, which, you know, Sesame Street premiered in 1969, and he was on this show from 69 to almost to his death, I believe. But Bob McGrath, I always remembered him. He was like one of my favorite people characters on Sesame Street. He died on December 4th at age 90. So, you know, if you watch Sesame Street for much of its run, you've seen this guy. So you've seen this guy. Yeah, he was one of my favorites of the people. So anyway, yeah, had to throw him in there. This next one, I'm still in disbelief over. I can't believe that she's gone. I really can't, because it's just, I was like, what? Yeah, I'm still not believing it. But Emmy winner, Golden Globe winner for her role in Cheers, Kirstie Alley. She was 71. She did not look 71 at all. She looked great for her age. She died on December 5th. And I found out about her death from her 2 kids, her son and daughter, went on her Facebook page, on Kirstie's Facebook page, and posted their little message about her death, about their mother's death. And I'm like, what? What's going on here? What? What? Yeah, I was shaking my head and it was like, whoa. And so I learned it from her kids. But yeah, she was, it was quick, man. It was like colon cancer that took her. But it was, I think, late diagnosed, and I don't know. It was just, and she was like just on Masked Singer. Whether it was this season or well, if it wasn't this past season, then it was the season before this last one. But it was like last year. She was on one of the 2 seasons of Masked Singer, and she was funny. I mean, that woman, I know Cheers was a comedy, but her being herself without you even knowing it was her, she was funny. Even in the costume. Even mashed up, not even knowing who it was. So, when I saw who it was, I was like, oh, cool! But, yeah, you know, Kirstie Alley, not only known for Cheers, but for Look Who's Talking movies. Other movies, one of my favorites of hers is Summer School with Mark Harmon. People took to social media. Her ex-husband, Parker Stevenson, Hardy Boy, or he was on Baywatch for like the first season. But anyway, they were married for a while, 83 to like 97 or something like that. So, and had 2 kids. He took to his Facebook or Instagram or whatever and put out a really nice message that great mother, great grandmother. So she's not just an actress; she was a great mother and grandmother. And then season 2 of Scream Queens, she was on with Jamie Lee Curtis, and Jamie Lee went on her social media and put out a message, all positive stuff. The only thing is that she did say that they agreed to disagree on some things because of their political views. They were opposite. So, but other than that, it was nothing but positive. Everybody loved Kirstie. I don't think anybody really had any bad things to say about Kirstie Alley. Why knock her down when she's no longer around, right? But anyway, yeah, I hated that. I hated seeing her passing, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still not believing it, dude. If you watch The Ellen Show and were a fan of her DJ, Twitch, Stephen Boss was his real name. He he died on December 13th at age 40 of apparent suicide. But he wasn't just on Ellen. He was also in some movies like Step Up, Magic Mike XXL, and Stop the Yard 2, Homecoming. So he was also in movies as well as Ellen's DJ, and I hated that because he was a great dancer. I mean, I hated seeing that, and I don't know what was going on with him, and hopefully he's at peace now. But I know he wasn't like a mega star, but I did watch Ellen quite a bit, and he was really cool. He even co-hosted some of the show when Ellen wasn't there. He would take over. So, that was sad to hear and to see. So, oh, here we go. I said I'd put one athlete on my list, and here it is. Okay, there's a reason here, and this is why. There was also a baseball player, a football player, also died in December. I didn't know them, so I've chosen not to really mention them. But easy, just look up deaths 2022. Anyway, this one right here, Brazilian soccer legend Pelé. We lost Pelé, y'all. He was like the very first athlete, I think, ever that I really knew by name. When I was little, I knew Pelé. I knew who he was. I knew he was a soccer player. But anyway, listen to this, okay? At age 17, that is when he made his World Cup debut in 1958. He was awarded the International Peace Award in 78. The International Olympic Committee named him the Athlete of the Century in 1999. Y'all, he was the Athlete of the 20th Century by the Olympic Association Committee. And yeah, I just know he was just a great soccer player. I knew him being soccer player. He was like the best soccer player ever. No one will ever top him. I don't care what anybody says. He died December 29th at age 82. So, yeah, Pele. Anyway, this next one, I'm not going to say too much about because, well, you'll understand when I say her name. December 30th at age 93, she won 12 Emmys and 11 of them came from ABC News. Do you know who I'm talking about? Barbara Walters. We lost Barbara Walters. Whew. Do I need to say more about her? Known for, working in the, working in the news and being co-host of some like morning shows that are still on today. She kind of paved the way for women, I believe, to be the co-host instead of just being a man's job. So she was kind of like, so in a way, she was a pioneer in herself for women to actually move up and being the same as men. And when it comes to the news anchors and stuff, she had her specials, the Barbara Walters specials, talking to all these celebrities, interviewing them. She's known for making them cry. Anyway, if you're going to be interviewed by Barbara Walters, I hope they had already prepared themselves. She's going to make me cry. She's going to make me cry. But, or she's going to try to make me cry. That's kind of what she was known for. She was on The View for many years. I know, when she retired, several years ago from The View and from the public eye, or maybe very few specials afterwards. Whoopi Goldberg was on The View, a few other people, but they had a massive amount of women, like news anchors, like known news anchors, not just, like Diane Sawyer and Jane Pauley and those people who are known. All of them were on The View. They had Oprah Winfrey on, calling them out. Who better else to list all these people, all these women who came walking out, giving their own thank yous and congratulations and good lucks and whatever to her. So you can watch that clip like on YouTube. I think I saw it on TikTok, but anyway, it was that was kind of cool. Most of them like, okay, because you had them on all these shows. If there were a woman on any shows, Dateline, 2020, all these shows. If you're a woman, she was there. She was pretty much there that day, just lining up, boom, boom, boom. I was like, good grief. And so that's why I say that she kind of paved the road for women in that industry. So, because she kind of did. She kind of pushed her way and worked her way into a man's world, let's say, and turned into a woman's world. So now it's both men and women. Make it fair, right? But anyway, that is the rest of the deaths of 2022. Pope Benedict also died on the 31st of December, but he resigned. But he was the first, what was it? German? I think the first German. I think it was the first German. Let me look that up really quick, guys. I think he was the first German Pope in 1,000 years. But when he resigned, he still stayed at the Vatican City. Crud. But that was kind of interesting. But I did see some of his death was live. His funeral or lay in state, whatever, was live on TikTok, and they zoomed in right on his body, and I was like, do I really have to see that? I'm like, ugh. They showed his hands, which is fine, but they got a close up of his face, and I'm like, okay, I had enough of that. First German Pope in 1,000 years. Yep. He was 95. So, but he stayed there when he resigned. Not very many. I think the last Pope to resign, because it's like a lifetime gig. Gig. He resigned in 2013. He was the first Pope to resign since 1415. So yeah, there you go. Give you a year. Let's see. How many years is that? Hundreds of years. He was the first one. But anyway, that's the deaths of the rest of the deaths of 2022. And as I said already, 2023 has not started off good at all. A shocker. Death happened 4 days ago, and that's another disbelief one. But at the same time, family history of it. So too young to die. Anyway, 2 days after Golden Globes. Anyway, public appearance 2 days later. Anyway, but anyway, yeah. So, right now is award season. Golden Globes had just happened last Tuesday. Usually held, I think, on a Sunday or Monday, but this year it was on a Tuesday. I actually watched it. Last year was not aired. I kind of like the Golden Globes. And Critics' Choice Awards was on last night, which I never watched because I don't think it's really aired. And if it is aired, I don't get the channel. But it does kind of make you, even though I may not, sorry, cat, misbehaving, stay off my Michael Myers. Anyway, kind of makes you take note of some movies that you may want to see. Those are being noticed. So, right when you think Brendan Fraser has disappeared, he comes back. And he's coming back swinging hard, honey. He won a Critics' Choice Award last night for his portrayal in The Whale. He was nominated for a Golden Globe. He did not win that one, but hey, that's okay. I still want to see The Whale anyway, because it looked good. Anyway, but yeah, you listen to his speeches, and you're like, my gosh. Not only is he getting emotional, he's making the people in the audience emotional, making the viewers at home want to cry. It's like, dude. Whew. Anyway, yeah, so, yeah. Anyway, so maybe I'll touch on that next time, but, or something, I don't know. Anyway, Jennifer Coolidge. You know who Jennifer Coolidge is. You may not know her by name. You'll know her, though, if you see her picture. She's won a Golden Globe and a Critics' Choice Award, and yet from a show that she got killed off of. Which a show I never watched. But once they got rid of her character, boom, she's winning the awards. You know who Jennifer Coolidge is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Legally Blonde. Two Broke Girls. You know who she is. I'll put a picture up. Anyway, her speeches, hilarious. They're just so funny. Good grief. Anyway, get her talking. She keeps on talking. She won't shut up. Anyway, it's kind of cute, though. So, thank you for watching. Happy New Year, 2023. Let's see what this year holds. So, what to talk about next week? I don't know. Sorry for the few weeks delay. I have been under the weather, so I'm better now. I can actually talk without hurting. So, but anyway, thanks for joining in. Like the video, subscribe, tell your friends about me. Anyway, have a good day. Be nice to each other, guys. There's too many mean people out there. Bye.